Hi everybody, my name is Harry Jacobs and I am the North of 60 Gamer, and today we have another episode of, oh my god, what the hell just came into my collection. When it rains, it pours. It's been a busy couple weeks since the last time I've done that. Some of these games are, some of the games I'm going to show you I personally bought. I will call out the games that I have gotten from publishers to do videos on. We have 3 of them in the pile, along with a few other games. So let's get down to the table. Let's take a look at what the hell came into Harry's collection this week and start going through it. This is a short video. We really don't spend a lot of time looking at games in terms of how they play, because that's for later. But it's more or less going at what kind of choices am I making when I look to see what kind of games I want to play, or maybe when I want to review, what do I play? Some of them are recommended to me. Some of them are just looks like a lot of fun. We have an expansion. So let's not take any more time and just get down to the table. Well, now that I have the dogs quiet, quite the morning. Bone Wars. We got some new bones, and it's a rainy day, so the dogs can't be in the backyard because I have 2 white huskies who like dirt, and they just got groomed, and yuck, don't want them to do that. And you can see I got a pile of games just over here. Let's take a look at what's on top first. Somebody recommended a couple of games. Games Crafter. So they said, Harry, you gotta try this. So I picked up Iron Helm, and I've got some expansions down there somewhere. You can see me waving over there. And Tin Helm. This has intrigued me because it has been recommended before. The game is by Jason Glover, as will the MicroQuest of Tin Helm. And I'm not usually big on trying Game Crafter games. I have in the past. But we are going to look at Iron Helm. I am infinitely curious about it. There it is right there. And Tin Helm. I like Mint games. I've got 2 of them now. I think this is the 3rd. So I'm going to just push that off to the side. I was watching. Oh, we got some shininess going on here. What's going on? There, let's just get that out of the way. There we are. So, after Iron Helm, we have Dungeon Fighter. Now, normally I would not look at getting a game like this, but I saw Tom Vessel do the 2nd edition, and I was like, I gotta have this. This is gonna be a great, fun game to take to game night and pitch dice. You go out on your quests and you use this little mat here, and you throw dice. Well, we got a little damage on the box here. Oh well. Anyway, that's kind of what looked at me. You choose your hero, choose your weapons, explore the dungeon, and face weird monsters. So I do that every day right here. Face weird monster. A game of dungeons, dice, and dexterity. It looked like a fun game. And sometimes I really like fun games. And a lot of my collection is not fun games. Well, they are fun games, but a lot of my collection is not the kind of game that, I would say 80% of Tarmacan gaming nights like. And I've really changed the focus of my collection to things that you can set up early. What I like to call the 5-5-5 games. 5 minutes to set up, 5 minutes to learn, 5 minutes to tear down. And I think that is one of them. So this is Dungeon Fighter. Okay, this one was from a publisher. I did back it, actually, Mr. B Games. I had a teacher named Mr. B from L4 Studios. Thera by Zach Hutstra. And I've been back and forth with, I don't even know what this one's for. I've been back and forth on this one with the publisher, and I'm going to get this out and we're going to play it. I love these historical games. The time frame is around 1646, about 100 years after the big earthquake in Portugal. and there was right around Santorini. And actually, to tell you the truth, that is a active volcano. I was there. Maybe if I can find the video for it, I will show you one of the steam vents I came across when I was hiking the volcano when we were actually in Greece. So this leveled the town. You're going to remove ash. You're going to build buildings and try to build the best city you can. So this is Thera. I do like historical games, and we're going to take a look at that. It's hefty in there, so there's got to be some good components in there. Board and dice. These guys are starting to feature more and more in my collection. This is my fourth game. They actually, I got this on sale, half price. David Turtzi did the solo mode for it. Adam Quapin, Origins first builder. Again, it was on sale. It was 50% off. I think I was able to get it for like $25 or $28 Canadian, and the shipping, well, from Europe and Poland on isn't kind, but it was still cheaper than what I could get it for here. So this is Origins, and we're building a city. You can see it right there. You are going to. It's one of those games. It's it's not the T games like a Tuhut Hatakan or Tehunu, which is coming up as I move across the stack here. So you're going to build your city. You're going to send your workers out. Apparently, there's some neat little discs here. You can't really see them, but there's some neat mechanics here that people seem to really love. And so we're going to dig into this one eventually. Probably not for a while. I'm trying to get the store open, and I just drew some pictures. Maybe I'll put that up as a part of what we're doing. Maybe we'll do a little vlog intro. Crusaders, Divine Influence. This is for Crusaders. Thy Will Be Done. This is one of my favorite games. This is one of the easiest games you can play. It is very, very easy. I love the time frame. It's very abstract. It has an amazing rondel that everybody has, and you play by putting cubes on the rondel and then picking up the cubes. And when I'm going to make this move at this much power, and then move your cubes around, and it can be asymmetric or symmetrical Crusaders, and it's a great game. And I hope this really adds to the game without bogging it down further. But it looks like we've got more Crusaders, we got more cards, we got more of everything, more boards of something or other. So I'm really hoping that this is going to really make the game even more replayable than it already is. This game just needs a solo mode, though. Maybe David Tootsie could do that. Here it is, another board and dice from my collection. Tahinu, Obelisk of the Sun, Danielle Tazzini, David Tootsie, and of course board and dice. These are one of those city builders, and so that means it's not going to be a lightweight. And I know I promise not to buy heavier games, and I just like board and dice. And this has an interesting monument and dice placement, as most of their games do. So you can depend on board and dice to give you a really good quality game around dice and dice manipulation. Tahut the Hatakan is a great game. If you'd like something a little lighter, though, from board and dice, Founders of Tahut the Hatakan. That's a really good game. I've played it. It is a 5-5-5 game. I was able to teach it in a few moments the other day, and it was absolutely great. One of the two games I played last week, a week ago when we went to gaming night, was Carcassonne South Seas and Copenhagen, which I really, really love. Both games, literally, you put it out on the table and you can teach people in about 3 minutes. Really great games for a great value. I think South Seas was like $30, and the other Copenhagen, which I got you can pick it up in the retail version for far less than I did with the deluxe, but the deluxe has that really nice acrylic, and I don't know what the price is, but maybe I'll find the price. So that is Tahinu. These I'm very excited because Pegasus Spiel First Rats. Now this is from a publisher, so I will be doing this for everything board game. So I'm showing to you on this on my channel. This will be for everything board games. They were kind enough to get me a copy of this from the publisher, and I am very looking forward to. In fact, this has had some really good stuff. I like the idea, sending your rats into space. So, and I love rats. I had a pet rat years ago. So this is a Pegasus Spiel. And the other one they sent me, and I almost bought it because I had forgotten that the publisher was going to send this. And this is, again, from Everything Board Games. Thank you, guys. This is the big box of Port Royal. So if you like pirates, you will be playing the pirate game. This has been around, I think, 250,000 games sold worldwide, 328 playing cards. Again, 8+, and I really like that. 20 to 50 minutes, perfect. Quick game. I'm hoping it's a 5-5-5. I don't know if it's a 5-5-5 game, but that is a Port Royal, the big box. And I don't know about First Rat. What do they say about First Rat? 10+, 30 to 75 minutes, 1 to 5. So a little bit more commitment here. But that is what has come into my collection. Oh my gosh. I just finished videoing the geez, I'm losing it, folks. I am losing it. I had 4 hours of sleep last night. Could not sleep whatsoever. But the Vampire the Masquerade Rivals, I just finished that. I'm going to go back and edit that in a minute or two once I figure out where I left my hard drive. And then we're going to get this out. I'm hoping for tomorrow, Monday. I'm going to enjoy a rainy day. I've got to make some soup. I promised my wife I would make a roasted cauliflower soup. Yesterday we made a turkey soup, which was with wild rice, cream and vegetables, really, really nice. We're trying to combat, it's cooler now because we live in the Northwest Territories. We're getting down to the single digits. It's quite cool today, and the leaves are started let go last week or 2 weeks ago. And so we made that. I did make an ice cream, so I did make a jasmine tea with cherries ice cream, and that turned out to be whoa. And I've never used cream cheese in a ice cream recipe before. I really appreciate it if you would subscribe. I am growing still, which is good, though it's not fast, but I'm okay with that. I never meant to be. This is not a full-time job for me. I do this. I make 1 video a week, maybe 2 videos a week, depending on the size. So please subscribe, hit the like button. It just shows the appreciation of me taking the time to say, hey, this is what I buy. And you can see most of the games that I bought have a solo mode, and that's big. And in fact, I was talking to one of the publishers because I'm having Dios Irae come in Hellas, which is a game coming to Kickstarter. And this is a relaunch. And we're chatting about their site, and I just explained what I look for when I'm looking for a Kickstarter, and maybe we'll talk about that at some point. But very, very quickly, I'm looking for theme, right? If the theme doesn't speak to me, I won't even look at the page. And Dios Irae, I kind of liked it, but there were a couple other things that weren't quite right for it. Again, I look for the mechanics. Is it a game I'd like to play? Is it a mechanic that interests me? I do like war games. Then it's the rules. So this is one of the thing that you have to do on a Kickstarter from my point of view. Make sure you have the rules. That is really, really helpful for me to get an idea of how hard the rules are. Can I play it, or am I going to have to spend a weekend watching videos? Which I did with Vampire the Masquerade Rivals and Vampire the Eternal Struggle. I'm not saying I won't do it, but it's kind of nice to sort of be able to put it all together. And Board Game Rivals actually turned out to be easier than I thought it would be. Really, the rules are all on the card. You just sort of have to follow how you do the combat and how you do things, but it's not difficult. Um, what else is good about games? Okay, the rules, replayability. Is there replayability in the box? I mean, in some cases, tell me why this game is replayable. I mean, a war game is a war game, right? Okay, Ancient Sea, who wins? Okay, I'm the Greek and whatever, and am I at a historical battle? Do I win or lose? Do I win and lose all the time? What makes it different? And so one of the things they did in this particular one is they added mini expansions. 4 or 5 mini expansions to switch it up, and that works. And then lastly, it's the price. What's the price? Now these are fairly hefty games, but board games, war games tend to be niche, and so they are usually small run and expensive. I look for shipping. My general rule of thumb is shipping should be minimally less than 50% of the total game, and preferably the sweet spot for me is around 25 to 30%. So if I'm having $100 game, I kind of like shipping around $25, give or take, say $5. But if you come out to me and say, I'm going to have $100 game and I'm going to charge you $50 to ship, and I just saw one the other day, it was a $49 game and $30 to ship it. And I went like, no, something's missing here in the equation. And then lastly, it's just the overall value. What's the perception? Do I perceive really good value of this game? And just making sure, what's in it for me? That's an important aspect of a Kickstarter. Yes, I know what's in it for you, Mr. Publisher, Designer. It's you going to get your game out. But what's in it for me to make me interested in buying the game itself? And now I've talked a little longer than I should have. So, again, I just remind you to subscribe, like, hit the bell for notifications, and we will see you next time on a oh my god, what the hell did I buy?